The world can wait. The world can wait. It's your life. People can wait. Things can wait. Work can wait. If you feel like you really need to take a moment and pause, choose freedom. Freedom. I love Freedom Fridays because they always remind me to take some time to reflect on my week and to relax. Look, I am a person who loves working. I stay up at night a lot of the times, thinking of ideas, thinking of new projects, thinking how I can help people in a better way, thinking of a brand new book idea. But it's also important to tell yourself, let's take a moment to pause. Hello everybody, happy Friday. Dominika coming to you live on Facebook once again. And today I have a very special message to share with you guys because we have Friday and I am feeling the Freedom Friday vibes. Let me tell you, Freedom Friday. And I want to share with you something really simple, but something that's gonna transform how you look at your next day off. Honestly, whether it is this weekend, whether you watch it on a replay another time, whether you work and you have a day off on Mondays or Wednesdays, this will still apply to you. And I'm super excited to share with you this message because I really think and I truly believe that sometimes we don't allow ourselves enough freedom. Oftentimes we feel like we need to put on a certain persona, put on certain clothes, look a certain way when we show up on live video. Do you ever experience that? Do you ever feel like you need to be a certain way? Do you ever feel like you need to speak a certain way, be a certain way in order to go live, show up live on camera? And let me tell you, today, Freedom Friday vibes. All I have on is my hoodie, a ponytail, and I have earrings on because I wanted to have them on. And it's my life. It's my life. I get to choose what I wear on a daily basis. I get to choose how I'm gonna look for the day. I get to choose the vibe for the day. I did not have to wake up today, curl my hair in order to go live. I did not. Today I showed up 100% authentically. That's my vibe for today. Hoodie, ponytail, pink eyeshadow, and I am so happy. My black nails match my black earrings and my black hoodie, and I'm feeling the vibes. And tracksuit bottoms. And why am I sharing it with you? Because sometimes we really drag ourselves down. We put ourselves down because we think that we need to look a certain way, show up a certain way, speak a certain way. But you don't. It's your life. You can be authentically yourself, whatever that may look like. You know what? I love wearing beautiful girly dresses, but not every single day. So I'm not gonna put it on when I don't feel like it just to go live here on Facebook. Because what's the point? It's good to dress up beautifully. It changes your mood as well. But the thing is, if you don't feel like it that day, don't do it. It's that simple. Choose freedom instead. Freedom is the ability to be able to dress the way you want, speak the way you want, show up the way you want. It's your life and it's your choice. And I also want to share with you this. I want to tell you this. Tomorrow we have the weekend. And for those of you watching on a replay, like I said, you might be watching this on a different day, and that's okay. The next day off that you have, maybe is this weekend or it's next week, Wednesday, Thursday, or whatever day you have off. I would like for you to truly choose freedom this day off, this weekend, whatever day off you have next. Choose freedom. What am I talking about when I'm saying choose freedom? If you feel like you want to spend the whole day in bed watching Netflix, do it. But don't do it in a place where you're going to be guilt tripping yourself. Don't do it in a way that you're going to be saying to yourself, I'm bedrotting all day. Don't use those negative terms. Embrace it. It's your freedom and you get to choose it. If you want to spend the whole day doing arts and crafts, something creative, do it. But don't guilt trip yourself that you didn't work on your business on the weekend. Don't guilt trip yourself that you didn't do the laundry this weekend. You know why I'm saying it? Because sometimes we really need to take a chill pill. Don't you agree? Don't you agree with me, guys? Sometimes we really just need to chill out. We take life way too seriously. We think we need to do certain things, look like a certain way. And I'm not talking about like, now Dominika said, I don't have to do anything, so I will never do anything. You have to do what's uncomfortable, but there is a time and place for it. But what I'm saying today is you also have to allow yourself the time to choose freedom. And that may look like doing arts and crafts all weekend. That may look like turning off your phone, turning off all electronics and going somewhere new, going hiking, going to the mountains, going to the beach if it's warm where you live, okay? If it's a beach weather where you live, that's your freedom. But when you're there and you're using your freedom, don't guilt trip yourself about it. Saying some bad things about it, that's not worth it. It's not worth it. Why would you put yourself down? You are choosing freedom. If this weekend you are choosing to eat snacks on the weekend and bake a cake, don't put yourself down saying, I wasn't supposed to eat this cake, I was supposed to be on a diet. You chose freedom instead. It's such a beautiful, simple message. And I'm not saying throw away your diet. If you chose to eat that cake, just eat it. If you chose to do arts and crafts instead of working on your business, don't guilt trip yourself about it. It's your life. You get to choose how you live it. You get where I'm coming from? It's that simple. But sometimes we overcomplicate it. I need to do certain things, look a certain way, speak a certain way. No, you don't. You get to be you, and you get to decide how you use your free time. You get to use your free time the way you want to. If, for example, you always feel bad about needing the rest after the whole week of work, that's not good. That's not good. Of course, it's important to push yourself and work on your dreams. I love doing that too. But I can tell you genuinely, a lot of the times I'm guilty of the fact that I don't allow myself to relax as much as I should. That's why I'm sharing with you this message today for all of us to sometimes take a moment. If you feel like you need that moment, especially if you're burning out, it's not the time for work. The work can wait. What you need at that moment is to relax. If you want to have a hot bubble bath and relax in that hot bubble bath for 2-3 hours reading a book, do it. But don't guilt trip yourself saying, I just wasted 3 hours in the bath. No, you did not. Your body needed it. It made you happy in the moment. Enjoy it and embrace it. If you're gonna leave your phone at home and you're gonna go on a trip somewhere because you wanna enjoy your free time and you wanna go and explore the nature, don't come back home and guilt trip yourself and say, oh, all day has passed and I didn't cook the dinner and I didn't do my laundry and there are messages to respond to on my phone. Somebody called me, I didn't pick up. No, the world can wait. The world can wait. It's your life. People can wait. Things can wait. Work can wait. If you feel like you really need to take a moment and pause Choose freedom. Freedom. I love Freedom Fridays because they always remind me to take some time to reflect on my week and to relax. Look, I am a person who loves working. I stay up at night a lot of the times thinking of ideas, thinking of new projects, thinking how I can help people in a better way, thinking of a brand new book idea. But it's also important to tell yourself, let's take a moment to pause. So I love doing Freedom Fridays here because other stuff come up for me different week, but there is one main thing that always comes up for me. Freedom Friday means you finish work at a specific time and then you take a moment to rest. And for different people, it looks different. For me, my idea of relaxing is literally like going to a new place, hiking, like being out in the nature, be spontaneous. For me, relaxing means doing something with my hands, like arts and crafts and stuff like that. For other people, relaxing means lying down, looking at the stars, or watching Netflix all day. Pick whatever makes you feel happy. Pick whatever makes you feel happy, and don't guilt trip yourself about it. You have to stop being hard on yourself all the time, because oftentimes we are too harsh with ourselves. I'm telling you, there is a difference between there's time to work and there's time to relax. Like, yes, it's important. You gotta do what you gotta do. And I speak that all the time as well on my videos. I tell you, you gotta do what's uncomfortable. You gotta push yourself out of your comfort zone. You have to be determined. You have to be smart. You have to use your time wisely. But this also includes giving yourself the ability to choose freedom as well. If you are building a business, you are building something, you want to start something, it's important to remember to give yourself the time to actually enjoy your life. Enjoy your life in between. Don't just work nonstop. Don't guilt trip yourself about needing rest. Don't guilt trip yourself about the fact that somebody wants to have a conversation with you on the phone for 3 hours and you don't feel like it. You choose freedom instead. Don't guilt trip yourself about it, okay? Choose freedom. Does that make sense? I think it's a very beautiful topic, so simple, but yet we often overlook. So I want to ask you before I end this video, what's that one thing you're gonna do tomorrow or your next day off? Like, what are you gonna do? What do you choose with your freedom? Are you going to go grab a coffee at a new cafe and you're gonna enjoy it and you're gonna stay there for as long as you want to? You're not gonna rush yourself to get out of that cafe as if somebody is kicking you out. Maybe you are gonna spend the day exploring the area that you live in, because guess what? There's always something new around the area. Maybe some park you never been to, or a new estate you never explored. And you're gonna allow yourself 2, 3, 5 hours of your time to just go out and enjoy yourself without guilt tripping yourself. Or maybe you're gonna use your freedom to read all day. There's a book you wanted to read and you don't have the time for it all, never. You're gonna spend the whole day reading. What are you gonna choose? Let me know. Oh, hi Sabrina, how are you? So good to see you. I'm going to visit you and we can go for a coffee. Yeah! That would be so awesome. Honestly, I would love that. I would love that. Honestly, but look, honestly, what are you gonna choose with your freedom? Sometimes we go somewhere new, okay? You might go to a cafe. You say, I'm gonna treat myself for a coffee. And you say to yourself, I'm gonna pick a nice cup of coffee. You pick a latte, you pick a mocha, whatever you like. And you sit there at that cafe and you're rushing yourself to finish that coffee. Why? Nobody's kicking you out the door. You can sit there even 3 or 5 hours if you want to. You can have a coffee in front of you and you can read a book and you can relax. And you do not have to guilt trip yourself that you have places to be and messages to respond to and responsibilities at your house because you gotta put laundry on. Those things are important, but so is your well-being. Your well-being is above else the most important. The most important. Nobody's kicking you out of that cafe. Do you get what I'm saying? So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with your next day off? Are you gonna spend the day with your family because that's how you feel like it, and all day you're gonna play board games? And you're gonna be glad you played board games. Are you gonna reach out to a friend you haven't met in a long time, and you're gonna go and have a girls' night or a boys' night, whatever? Like, what are you gonna do? The decision is yours. But don't guilt trip yourself. I should be doing something more productive now. We always do that to ourselves, don't we? I tend to do that to myself a lot, and I gotta stop. That's why I'm calling myself out on that, and I'm sharing this message with you guys, because it's important to, yes, be responsible, do certain tasks, be productive, but it's so much more important to allow yourself freedom. Freedom to read, freedom to write, freedom to be creative, freedom to explore. This kind of stuff really lights up our spirit. It makes us feel alive. A lot of us, when we don't feel like we are alive, we feel burnt out, we feel exhausted, it means that you're not allowing yourself the freedom. I'm speaking from experience. When I felt down, exhausted, demotivated, discouraged, like all those bad, negative emotions, it was because I wasn't allowing myself to take some freedom time. True freedom time. Because I would maybe relax and then I would guilt trip myself about it. We don't want to do that. We want to say how great it is that I have a day off. And how beautiful it is to rest, because even God rested when he created the earth. Okay? That's what you want to say. How beautiful it is that I get to read my book for the whole day and have a warm cup of tea with me beside me. And the only breaks that I take between me reading is I go get a new cup of tea or a new cup of coffee and just a toilet break. And that's it. I don't do anything else all day. Do you get what I'm saying? It's so important. If you feel burned out, if you feel like exhausted, if you feel demotivated, if you feel like there is no spark, the easiest way to bring it is to truly allow yourself some freedom. Spend some time in the nature, go to a new place, do something you haven't done in a while. Maybe you have an instrument at your house you don't play anymore. You're gonna feel so alive. Get back to like this old teenage self. Remember when we used to be teenagers and yeah, we would have some kind of responsibilities, homework and whatever. But for example, instead of doing homework, we would choose to paint our nails. Do that. Do that on your next day off. Instead of thinking, oh, I have homework to do, just choose something else and say, I'm gonna meet up with a friend. Instead, the homework can wait. Okay? There are things that have to be done because they have to be done. But then there are things that can be also left for a little bit. And trust me, when you allow yourself this kind of freedom, you will get your spark back, you will recharge properly, and you will have way more motivation to start the next week on a good note. You're gonna, like, in a state of being relaxed, allowing yourself that freedom, you will actually see that you're gonna be maybe more productive, some great idea will come your way, you will feel so at peace, and you will be grateful for the life you have. So it's important to take those freedom times. That's why I love Freedom Fridays. Because freedom is much more than financial freedom. Freedom is much more than just working on a schedule that you choose. Freedom, it's also looking at yourself like your soul. So freedom means choosing what you want to do with your day. How do you want to spend your day off? What's your ideal day off? what you gonna do with it. And really make a decision to do it. And then, like I said, do not guilt trip yourself. You chose freedom. How beautiful is that? So do it. Do it. And as I said, if you feel like sharing, do share with me in the comments what you feel like you're gonna do. I am looking forward to seeing your replies. For those of you who are watching me or watching on a replay, I'm so excited for you guys. I hope you have the best time ever. And I feel complete. That's all I wanted to say. I just want to encourage you once again, take freedom time, dress the way you want, speak the way you want, show up the way you want, do what you want with your day off. Allow yourself to be free because you have that freedom. You just have to remember that you have that freedom. That's the problem that we have as adults. We don't allow ourselves to use the freedom the way we truly want. So give yourself permission to use the freedom that you have. Go for a coffee. Go get your favorite ice cream. Go and have a picnic outside if it's beautiful outside. Go and spend some time in nature. Go and meet up with somebody you haven't met in a long time. Go and explore. Do something that makes you happy. Whatever way it's gonna look for you, okay? So thank you, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate your time. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day or evening. Whatever time you're watching this at, have a beautiful weekend, everybody. And I'll see you on Monday for the 5th week of the live stream series. It's going to be, week 5. Originally, I am planning that this will be the last week, and then I have to decide what direction I'm gonna go for. Because I am enjoying the live streams, you know, but I always want to double check what feels good for me, where God is guiding me. So I have some things to think about. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the weekend. Thank you, Sabrina, as well. Oh, you are the best as well. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you so much. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. And I'll talk to you on Monday. Bye-bye.